Welcome back, everybody, to the Patrick Whitfield Show. It's been a while. We're roughly 8 weeks into the season. Figured we'll show the top 25 rankings in college football, the Heisman, and some of the conference standings. So Clemson is sitting at number 1, followed by Georgia, Charlotte, who is the new ACC member, Utah State, then Tennessee at 5-1, West Virginia 5-1, 6-1 is Nebraska, Kansas State, and Florida State, Then Ohio State is 5-2. USC and LSU are both 4-2, along with Penn State, who lost to number 10 Ohio State. Duke is 6-1 as they take on Clemson this week. Michigan 5-2, Cal 4-2, North Carolina 5-1, Washington 5-1, Oregon State 5-2. They lost to Utah State. And the newcomers is Florida at 4-2, South Florida 6-0 in the American, Iowa at 4-2, Michigan at 6-1, Rutgers 5-1, and then Air Force 6-1. In terms of the Heisman, T.J. Moore and Lenore Sellers are leading the way for Clemson, followed by Kendrick Lanier II, Aiden Childs, the senior from USC, and then Ray Joseph as well. We take a look at the conference standings. Duke is 4-0. Charlotte and Clemson are 3-0. Florida State is 3-1. Virginia and Miami are 2-1. Then 2-2 Syracuse, 1-1 North Carolina, 1-2 Georgia Tech, Louisville, Virginia Tech. The defending national champs Liberty is 2-5 and 1-3. Seems like they're struggling in the new conference. 0-2 Boston College, NC State, Pittsburgh, and 0-3 Wake Forest. We head to the American. Tulsa, Army, and University of South Florida are all 3-0, followed by East Carolina, UTSA, Memphis, Texas, North Texas, Florida Atlantic, Navy, Tulane, Rice, UTEP, and Temple. The Big 12, we got Texas Tech, then followed by Baylor, Kansas, Cincinnati, Colorado, Kansas State, TCU, West Virginia, Utah, BYU, Arizona, Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Arizona State, Houston, UCF, and SMU. Big 10, Nebraska, Purdue, UCLA, Michigan, Michigan State, Washington, Indiana, Iowa, Rutgers, USC, Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, Maryland, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon, Notre Dame, and Northwestern. Conference USA, Florida International, Jacksonville State, Sam Houston, Kennesaw State, Louisiana Tech, Western Kentucky, New Mexico State, UTEP, and Middle Tennessee. No independents, the MAC, Ball State, Bowling Green, Buffalo, Miami University, Ohio, UConn, UMass, Toledo, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Kent State, Ohio, Northern Illinois, Western Michigan, and Akron. Mountain West, Air Force, San Jose, Hawaii, Nevada, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico. Pac-12, Utah State, Boise State, California, Oregon State, Washington State, Fresno State, San Diego State, UNLV, Stanford. SEC, Georgia, Auburn, Vanderbilt, Alabama, Missouri, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Kentucky, LSU, Tennessee, Florida, Ole Miss, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi State, and South Carolina State. For the Sun Belt East, Old Dominion, Georgia Southern, Appalachian State, Marshall, James Madison, Coastal Carolina, and Georgia State. And in the Sun Belt West, South Alabama, Arkansas State, Texas State, Troy, Louisiana Monroe, and South Mississippi. In terms of national yardage, Emory Williams from Miami, followed by Julian Sayed, Aiden Arntree, Colton Joseph, Ryan Brown, Bishop Davenport, not even going to pronounce that, Ryan Staub, a couple of other guys as well. In terms of touchdowns, Cordell Jeffrey, the redshirt freshman, former 4-star former 4-star quarterback from North Florida, killing it. Followed by Dylan Brodko, Bradley Singleton, Ryan Staub, Lenoris Sellers, Heisman candidate, Blake Barnett, Emory Williams, a couple of other guys. In terms of picks, Melvin Dennis, Skylar Lockheed, Tucker Kilchrist, John White, Braylon Dotson, Pierce Clarkson, Jaden Bradford, a couple of other guys. Rushing. In terms of rushing, Elijah Davis from Houston, Corbin Cottle from Utah State, Jaden Hart from Syracuse, Therese Geese from Air Force, Darius Taylor, Ramsey Zellington, Johnny Thompson Jr., Jaden Thompson, Terry Clement, Dylan Lee, a couple of other guys as well. Rushing touchdowns, Colby Eugene and Roderick Robinson II are the top ones. Most fumbles, 4. A couple of other guys, that's kind of crazy. And the longest yard run, 95 yards. Receiving, Cameron Bates, killing it. Mario Miller, killing it. Kendrick Lane II, killing it. Micah Gilbert, Quentin Rice, Cooper Hodge, Evan Austin, Jaden Greathouse, a couple of other guys. In terms of touchdowns, Cameron Bates, TJ Moore, Samir Arrington, Marion Miller, Jalen Moss, Micah Parks are at the top. Receptions guy, Jake Taylor, a couple of other guys. Don't really care about defense. Who leads the nation in tackles? Ty Sweeney from Western Michigan, Aiden Hall, Earl Dillon, Stacy Bell, Drew Rodriguez. Tackles for a loss, Courtney White, UConn, shout out UConn, Elijah Newby, Denilius Johnson, Caleb Stewart, a couple of other guys, sacks, TJ Searcy, a couple of other guys as well. The leading sack guy is 4. Picks, Earl Leonard II, Dennis Overstreet, Demario Haynes, Elliot Washington II, Dwight Boodle II, Dakari Nelson, Jalen Braxton, and a buttload of other guys with 3. Kick returns, Cameron Dickey is the top, and then Shadur Harrison, the punt returns. Quickly to wrap things up, we got Week 8 matchups. We got Michigan State, Nebraska. West Virginia is on the road. Utah State is hosting Fresno State. Florida's hosting Arkansas. Bama's going to Georgia. Tennessee's going to Texas A&M. Iowa's going to Maryland. Michigan's going to Illinois. Cal at Washington State, North Carolina's going to Boston College. UCLA's going to Happy Valley or Beaver Stadium. And the national game is number 1, Clemson going to number 14, Duke. Rutgers going to Notre Dame. Charlotte hosting Miami, and Air Force going to Colorado. We check Week 10. Doesn't seem like not a lot of big matchups. Penn State, Northwestern, Duke, Virginia Tech. Maybe College Game Day will go to Utah State and California. Other than that, not a lot of ranked matchups going down the list here. When we look at Week 10, none too crazy either right now. I know it's getting too far ahead of the schedule. USC and Washington seem to be the only ranked matchup. Georgia and Florida, the typical game. And it looks like that's about it. Oregon at Ohio State, always a great matchup. Week 11. It looks like no one's spectacular. Ooh, Duke and North Carolina. it was basketball, it would be a totally different. USC at Ohio State. I think that's going to be a big game as well. Georgia at LSU, so Georgia has to go to Florida or neutral site at Florida, then LSU back-to-back ranked games. Rutgers at Penn State as well. Michigan, Notre Dame, not too shabby either. Week 12, it looks like Washington, Rutgers. Really, that's about Georgia's hosting Auburn. Yeah, none too. Again, this is way beyond the what we're right now. Oregon at California, Nebraska at Iowa, Tennessee at Vanderbilt. Trying to look for other ranked games. Michigan at Wisconsin, Oregon at Rutgers, Ohio State at Washington, Michigan at USC should be interesting. The Sunflower rivalry, underrated. Carolina, underrated one as well. Florida versus Florida State. And then to wrap up, Army versus Navy. So that is going to wrap up this episode. Let me know what you guys think. It's going to get very interesting. I will try to keep you updated as much as I can. And next